Sometimes you have to ask yourself, how crazy is Doom Patrol going to get? And the answer? Pretty damn crazy. What's up, everybody? I'm Stan, and welcome to Detail Comics, where we go over comics in detail. On this iRate review, we're going to be talking about Doom Patrol issue number 2. So Doom Patrol is the main book from the new Young Animal imprint from DC, and it's being helmed by Gerard Way. And after the first issue was something that I hadn't really experienced before in a comic book. It was very much scattered and intense and insane in a variety of different ways. And we don't necessarily have a lot of threads to connect these various characters. We saw the introduction of Casey Brink, the Robot Man, all that kind of stuff was going on. And in this book, it's more of the same. We get the introduction of this Negative Man, Larry Traynor, as well as a few other characters like Flex Mentallo, the Man of Muscle Mystery, or whatever he is. And it's pretty damn batshit again. And that's one of the best parts. Gerard Way is helming this book, and he's kind of taking this swirling, whirling dervish of insanity and kind of slowly funneling it down towards the bottom, where we're really going to get the heart of the Doom Patrol story. So Casey Brink, she wakes up, after this introduction of Larry Traynor, and he's gone into this radioactive energy storm, and she pops out one of her teeth, and there's a little message in it, and it's really weird to start off with, but we find that her new roommate has assembled the entire Robot Man, and then finally these geometric alien kind of entities show up to try and take him over, and he boots him in the face, and his buddy blows him apart. There's so much going on in this very short period of time that's just doesn't really have a whole lot of context, doesn't really have a whole lot for you to grab onto, but you do still get this very thorough throughput thread. It's one of those things where this is like a funnel. Everything's getting dumped into this funnel, it's getting filtered out, and it's slowly becoming a storyline that you're going to be able to connect with. And that's probably one of the best parts about Doom Patrol, is that it allows you to kind of go off on these nonsensical tangents. The professor hopping into the blimp, and the hot air balloon, and slowly rising up past his own moving rock sculpture is just... It's weird, and it only takes a page, but you get the sense that everything is somehow connected, and that becomes even more so when we get introduced to Flex at the end of the book. It's a thrill ride, it's a sensational ride, and overall I find that it's definitely something I connect to better than, say, like Shade the Changing Girl, which just didn't really relate that much to me overall. I think that this book is a good flagship for Young Animal. It's going to give you a sense of where everything's kind of going. If you're looking for something a bit more reserved, you know that you're going to have it eventually. If you're looking for something a bit more insane, you already know that you're going to kind of get it. But overall, as a new person to this property, I really like the way that this is being introduced, and I really like the way things are going. And then you can take a look at the art as well. The art is extremely consistent across all the panels, which is one of the best things about Nick Darrington and what he's been doing with this book. When there is a little bit of a need for a differentiation, like in the first book, he changed a little bit of his art style, maintained consistency, but also gave you a sense that it wasn't necessarily where you were normally going to be. We get another thing like that, where you get this alien scene where this being is kind of like this nothing being is traipsing away through the cosmos headed towards a location. So overall, the art is also a very good complementary piece to this overall book. When it comes to Doom Patrol number 2, I definitely recommend go back and grab number 1, otherwise you're going to be more lost than you already are in this book overall, and you'll see kind of like these different pieces picking up and fitting together as we slowly move forward through this first arc, getting everybody assembled. It's definitely a book that I'd recommend out of the books that have come out of Young Animal so far. Definitely the best, but that's only 2, and there's a few more to come along, like Cave Carson has a cybernetic eye, as well as Mother Panic, which is probably one of my more anticipated books for November. So that's my review of Doom Patrol issue number 2, but I want to know what you guys are thinking about this book too, so hit me up in the comments down below, and we can start that conversation. As always, if you like what you see, hit that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe right there to get more news, reviews, and commentary on comic books, comic book movies, comic book TV shows and games, and anything and everything inside the world of comics.